My understanding of quantum touch is that I've heard it's somewhat like Reiki. So it's a form of energy healing where the hands are placed on the body or near the body, and you support the person's body or state of being in becoming more well. Can you elaborate on that? Tell me, what is quantum touch?
Well, it is perfectly said. It is an energy work. It's hands-on. I put hands on. You can also send it long distance, but for what I'm doing in my office place, it's hands-on. And what it is it's loving intention. So when people who come for quantum touch usually have pain. They have pain in an area, like my back is very sore, or my shoulder, or something, my neck. And depending on where the area is, they'll have them sitting to work on them or lying down. And when I put my hands on them, my intention is to I connect with my inner self, and I send that love to the area of the person. So loving energy is what heals.
Right.
It's what heals everything.
Right. So how does someone send love? If that's hard for people watching to understand.
Yeah, it's my intent in my head. So
I see.
I also do visualization. I imagine the energy coming up from the earth, coming up to my head, coming down my arms, and going out to the person where they're in pain.
Right.
But the loving energy, I have to connect with my inner being and feel the love, and it just works.
Right.
I can't explain it. I just know that it's loving intention that heals, and that's part of the whole process.
I see.
Yeah.
And so what kind of effects happen for the person receiving quantum touch?
Well, I never ever know what's going to happen. To be perfectly honest, I can't say to somebody, yeah, that's going to fix that.
Yes.
But I know that something is always happening. And anybody who's come with pain, I usually ask them, what's your pain level, 1 to 10, 10 being the worst. And they give me a number. And after I've done the session, I ask them what their pain level, and it's always lower. I've never had anybody say it's the same. It's always at least 1 notch lower. More often, more notches lower.
Right.
So I know that there's healing going to that area. It increases circulation, and people can feel the energy. People can feel it in different ways. Not everybody, because not everybody's in tune to what to feel, but usually heat. People will feel heat, or even like sort of like electricity feel. And I always feel something, like it's my hands get hot. They feel very hot, and I can feel like energy bouncing around inside the person's body. I can't explain it. It's just like you just get tuned into how that feels. Yeah, and it's always a very enlightening experience for me.
Yes.
Because it's different every time.
Right.
Like I've put hands on people like for their neck. So I'd have them sitting down and put my hand on their forehead and one behind their neck. And the energy literally moves them. Like their head will go back and then over the side. I don't know what it's going to do. It just does it.
Yes.
And sometimes it goes circular. Sometimes they go forward. And it's just a matter of allowing this energy to do its work. Because it's healing energy. It's not going to hurt anybody. Sometimes people will get a little nervous because their head's going back and they're feeling very uncomfortable.
Yes.
But I'm always telling them to relax into it. Just let it happen. Let the energy do what it needs to do.
Right. Margaret, you had said originally when you came to this kind of work that you were a skeptic.
Oh,
and you are not a skeptic anymore. So
I'm still cautious. I still watch.
Yeah.
But
so I'm just asking for people who haven't experienced this before.
Right.
What was your experience of moving from skepticism into believing in this?
Well, when I saw people's heads move, that sort of said to me, okay, something's happening here.
Yeah.
And I've worked on different people, and one person, she had an ankle that was always stiff and sore in the morning. Uh-huh. And I worked on that not long, like I don't even think 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. And while I was doing it, her ankle actually went click, click, click. You could feel it move. And she wasn't doing that, and I wasn't doing that.
Yes.
And then afterwards she said, God, my ankle feels good. And ever since then, and we're talking like 2 or 3 years now, she's never had any problems with her ankle.
Wow.
So, again, I don't know what's going to happen. And but I trust and I believe that something is always happening.
Right.
Yeah. And it's fascinating to watch. And I'm learning as I go along. I'm learning as I take on new clients. It's like, I just I just let go. When I start my session, I let go. I put my hands in the universe and say, okay, I'm going to, send my loving intention here.
Yes.
And you do your stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Wonderful.
Yeah.